is really, really hard. Uh, Terry Funk was a legend in every sense of the word. He is the reason West Texas wrestling is what it is. Hardcore legend, a legend outside the ring.
I'm curious because I'm like, how are they gonna make someone? Because all the promos they've done to build him up, I'm like, the way that Sammy's been taking shots for Roman Reigns, the only real shot he's given back is a shot with the chair, and then he just got mollywopped. He's never been the guy who just comes out and messes people up.
What do you get?
And can overpower Roman Reigns. What?
What do you get?
Wally mopped, obviously. Well, it has to be this man chilling in the ring with two torn freaking quads. And just still yelling at it, you're fired, pretty much. Like, just getting there, like, dogging on everybody, not even able to stand. Like,
That's
right
not
there.
Raw.
Well,
That was Royal Rumble.
Still, though, that moment when he slides in, goes to stand up, and just sits down against the rope.
You're okay. I don't know if he's watching live, but it spoke with Scar a little earlier today, and I know he's going to be watching the podcast a little later on. He's doing a little training right now, but there you heard it, Scar. He said he's going to break out of it, like live on the podcast. He said he can break out of your podcast, or break out of your bear hug. So when see it,
clip it.
when you see this, now you know what he looks like.
Many freaking matches.
You were talking trash about Drew McIntyre the other day.
I was.
Easy.
Okay, no, I was just saying he is not number one pick contention.
That's not true.
I mean, but
Okay, stop this violence.
All right.
No more Russell on Russell violence, unless I'm doing it.
that's funny. All right. So, anyways,
We at the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast send our deepest condolences to the Funk family and to the Wyndham family. They were once in a lifetime talents, and I am glad we got the opportunity to see them. I know some of our listeners, some of our watchers got the opportunity to meet some of them. And so I'm asking, if you're watching the podcast right now, if you're listening to the podcast, take just a moment here in remembrance of Terry Funk and Wyndham Rotunda. Before we get into it, there's been a little controversy, I'll come to find out, so I'm going to have to address it real quick. Apparently, last week I said some things about our new WWE, the United States champion Logan Paul that upset some people. So I'm going to set the record straight. Logan Paul as a guy, not a fan. As a wrestler, I can honestly say, and I've said it before, he hasn't had a match yet that hasn't been just an absolute banger. So as a wrestler, I've got respect for the guy. Like, I don't understand. He's got all this stuff going on, and I don't understand all these people that just run out and try to support everything he does. And, they try to get their prime drinks all the time. And, oh, that's good.
what you think?
So The Rock is on Buddy's list. The Rock is on my list. The Rock is on your list. The Rock is on our chat's list. The real question that we need to ask the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast is, can any of us here smell what The Rock is
It
cooking?
doesn't matter if you smell.
Oh my goodness, it doesn't.
But it's things like that. It doesn't matter.
Again, table, there will possibly be a table there that might or might not have something to do with the match. Come out and see us. I want to say thank you again to everybody in the chat. Thank you to the boys for being here tonight. I want to say thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for being here. With these guys every time.
We're there.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to this week's episode of Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast, day number 1 of our week-long run-up to Squared Circle Pro Collision Course. We're going to start things off with a few thank yous. Before we do, I am your host, Guapo. As you can see, the boy's not with me. Little Guapo nursing some injuries from just a brutal match at BCW's Dangerous this last Saturday. We'll talk about that here in just a minute. Want to throw some thank yous out there. Thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for our intro and outro song. Track's called Head Rush, album's called Monsters. Make sure you're checking out their social medias. It's Labor 12, Labor XII. Check out their social media, labor12.com. The only thing better than hearing Head Rush here on our podcast is hearing them do it live. So make sure you're looking for their live performances coming up this year. I want to say thank you to Mike Caldwell for allowing us once again to come in and commentate for BCW Dangerous. Great show. For those of you that weren't there, you missed a hell of a show. No question about it. Show where you got to see the Bear Hug Challenge with our own Little Guapo and Scar and his inability to do things by himself. I'm a little heated if you can't tell. For those that were there, Little Guapo's doing all right. You know, he's going to be good. For those that weren't there, we will have video coming out shortly about the show. So make sure you're checking into that. I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. I've got Rick, got Josh, got Mikey all in the chat. Appreciate you guys being here. It's a hell of a week. Like I said, BCW Dangerous was great. It's such a good show. Excitement all the way through it. Don't want to put out too much as far as winners and losers because I want you to watch the video. I want you to see it. For those that couldn't make it live, it was cold. I get it, but the action was hot. And you're definitely going to want to check out the video on this. Coming up this Saturday, of course, the reason we're having the show tonight, Squared Circle Pro Collision Course. And listen to the card on this, okay? You've got Misty Marks versus Maserati for the Squared Circle Pro West Texas Women's title. This match put together by your new Women's Division General Manager, the absolute legend, Medusa. I don't know about you, but I've been watching Misty Marks for a while now, and I just more impressive every time she hits the ring. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this match turns out. Mikey in the chat talking about BCW Dangerous, talking about the action being hot. The heaters were too. So yeah, it was definitely warm in the building. We've also got with our Squared Circle Pro show, we've got Panther Rodriguez and Mateo Ozuna going at each other. This being a double debut match. Both of these guys making their Squared Circle Pro debut. What was that? Thought I heard the guy say something there for a minute. We've also got Gabriel Alexander, the Defender of Truth, going against Lau in an Asian death match. It's gonna be something to see. Like, I don't even know. I can't even start to tell you what's gonna happen there. You know, death matches are one thing, but the cards are all on Lau's table here. Like, he's the one that makes all the decisions in this, and Gabriel's walking into it. It's gonna be a rough one for sure. We've got our Squared Circle Pro champion, Sam Stackhouse. Originally slated to go against LC Mox. I've heard that LC Mox has an injury. We here at the podcast wishing him a speedy recovery. Hope he gets well soon. So we're looking at it now, a mystery opponent for Sam Stackhouse. Who's it going to be? I have no idea. You want to find out? Buy your ticket for Jake's Backroom this Saturday night. Let's find out together who Sam Stackhouse is going to face for the Squared Circle Pro title. We've also got our first round of the tag team tournament. Tag team tournament going to go all year long, and it's going to be intense to say the least. We've got the Russell twins. No, I'm not talking about Buddy and Bruss. I'm talking about Cameron and Alan Russell debuting on Squared Circle Pro against Certified Wildcard, that being Jeb Bingham and Draven Reeves. We've got our boys Downfall Cathedral, Ramrock and Ryan Riven, going against two members of the Gallery of the Damned. Lucas Scratch putting together a hell of a stable. So I'm not sure which two members it's going to be yet, but we're going to have two members of the Gallery of the Damned going against Downfall Cathedral. And a few weeks back we had Downfall Cathedral on the show, and they made it clear they're not here to win that match. They're here to win the whole damn thing. So I'm looking forward to that one. We've got 2 members of La Migra, and let's just be real. If you've got 2 members of La Migra, you got 5 members of La Migra. So they're all going to be there anyway. So they might as well call it All of La Migra versus Island Rage, that being Brian Rage Rivera and Baby Samoa. And the history there is insane. I mean, I know Rage and La Migra have been at each other for as long as I've been watching Squared Circle Pro, and longer than that. So, I mean, of course, Baby Samoa with a bit of a problem with them as well after their last match getting taken out. So they're going to go at each other, and I got to say, Island Rage, let's get it done. We've got Los Carnales, Emilio Guzman, and JC Bravo going against the Riot, which is Reggie Lincoln and Stonewall Remsen. It's going to be a great match. This whole card is insane, and there's more to be announced. Like I'm cannot wait to hear the rest of the card on this. Like there's a little more to it. We also have a 6-pack challenge for the Heck Yeah Radio pay-per-view title. This is going to put Rob Boris, the Justin Taylor, Lilith Blood, Marquise Jackson, and a member to be announced at the show against your Heck Yeah Radio pay-per-view champion and our guest tonight, Mr. Chris Watson. So let's go ahead and bring him in now. You have to unmute your mic there.
Yo, what's up?
Chris, welcome to the show, man. Always.
Yeah, sorry. I got back from the gym. I was doing some squats with this bad boy. You know.
I can understand that. Before we get started talking about this 6-pack challenge, it would seem we have a little bit of housekeeping to do. I had a few things to say about you and La Migra and the way things have gone down recently. And I got called on it. I got asked what the deal was. So I am going to, put the good with the bad. I will say this. When it comes to being an in-ring technician, there are few better that I've seen than you. I can admit that when I see it, but when it comes to being a person, brother, how are you going to come on our show? Tell us you're going to win the title for me. You're going to win the title for the boys. You're winning the title for all of our listeners. And then turn around and give one of these and join La Migra.
That's part of the grand scheme of things. I had a history. I had a lie. I had a cheat, man. And it is what it is, okay? Because in order to get a title, if you want to be a winner, you gotta get a little cheating in there. I mean, it's just part of what it is. It's tough to get to the top. It's tough to stay on top.
There's no question about that. It is hard to stay on top. I definitely question your getting there. I mean, it was a hell of a match. I'm not going to lie. And I popped as big as anybody else did whenever you shaved some of Gino's hair. But coming in and turning on Rage, man, come on. You're killing me here.
Well, me and Rage, we had some history too. And, conversations get started in the locker room. Conversations get started outside of the wrestling events. And La Migra always had an eye on me. I've always had an eye on them. I like how they roll. I like how they always had each other's backs. And I always like the heavy metal that they always carry, that they're known to carry forward.
Understandable. I will say this. Like I said, when it comes to being an in-ring technician, I don't know a lot better than you. Like I said it earlier, as far as being a person, it ain't this. I'm not going to say you're a bad person, but I'm also not going to say that come Christmas time when Santa put coal in your stocking, I didn't hope that maybe some of it was still lit.
It's nobody likes the consistent winner. Tom Brady, People hate Tom Brady till he left. Guy's a winner. Okay. People, some odd reason, there's people that like that, Dak Prescott, but the performance from last night, I beg to differ. So, winners will always have haters, and I appreciate all the haters in the chat. I appreciate all the haters that's on my Twitter, and I appreciate all the haters on the Instagram and Facebook. I did this for you, haters. I did this. I beat the crap out of Rage. I joined La Miga for all my haters. And I'm sick and tired of all these people are trying to steal my haters. I worked hard for them. I worked hard for those haters. All right? So nobody's going to be clout chasing me, and nobody's going to be stealing my haters.
Well, I know in joining La Migra, you've got a team behind you now that
Rock
real hard
solid
to-
team. Not just a team, a rock solid winning team. There you go.
I can't argue that. They are a rock solid team. However, 6-pack challenge, you're on your own, son. None of La Migra going to be there. It's you versus Rob Boris, Justin Taylor, Lilith Blood, Marquise Jackson, and somebody you don't even know who is yet. You won't know until the night of the show.
Lilith Blood's on there?
Lilith Blood is in the match, and I'd be lying if I didn't say I hope she throws you around by your short and curlies, but I'm trying to be professional.
What kind of DEI woke boss girl bullshit's this? I don't wrestle females, especially the one that looks like a meatball.
Well, you should probably do some looking into that because I'm fairly sure she's about to wrestle you.
Is Rick in the chat? Where's the
Rick
chat?
is in fact in the chat.
Rick, little dick Rick, I'm sick and tired of you doing this shit to me, all right? It's in my contract. You talk to my agent. You talk to my lawyers. I thought we settled this, Rick. I thought we settled this years ago, back when I was fat. Now I have a 6-pack now, and now you're going to name this challenge after my own abs that I worked hard for? Okay? Rick, you're just jealous. Okay? That little meatball Lilith Blood that's all scarred up, that's a deathmatch wrestler, and her husband, Damian Blood, screwed me over last time. No. You know what? I'm going to talk to the boys. I want to talk to the lawyer. And little Dick Rick, you better get ready. I hope you have Trump's lawyer because she's a beast, but too bad I'm the only one that can afford her. So
I could definitely understand wanting to talk to your lawyer, and with Lilith in the history that you and Lilith have, I might suggest a will and testament while you're at that. But it's not just Lilith you have to worry about. Of course, we've got Justin Taylor in the match, and Justin Taylor a beast every single time he gets in the ring. So
yeah, I beat him. Dead. Who's next?
We've got. I gotta find my list here. We've got Rob Boris.
Who?
Rob Boris. One
Is there
half
an
of.
Is there an Al in here? Is there an Al in the chat? Woo! Dead.
And of course, Marquise Jackson, the Midnight Rider. He's been a force to be reckoned with since he's come to Squared Circle Pro.
Midnight. That's his moniker, Midnight Rider.
That's it.
That sounds like an STD.
Now you do realize that they're going to hear all this, right?
That's fine. I mean, I'll put this on my socials. I'll put it on blast. I'll put it on the radio.
Well, and I have no doubt about that because you got that in you. I mean, it is, and I will say it is easy to say all these things behind that camera, but when you're in the ring with all of these people,
stop that. No, stop that. No. You know, I'm not afraid. The champ is not afraid. Okay, the champ has never been afraid. No. See this? In your face. In your face.
Well, let's talk about this match for a second. It's a little bit different than what I personally would have thought of a 6-pack challenge being.
Do all these guys have to have 6-packs in order to challenge me?
Some of them got the 6-packs here. Some of them going to have a 6-pack here. I mean,
yeah, Lilith Blood has that. That's what she does in the back before the matches, and she always stumbles out of that curtain just pissed drunk.
Well, I mean, if that is the case, she's been doing a good job with it. I mean, I'm not saying you guys cleared the ring the minute she came out, but you guys cleared the ring the minute she came out last time.
No, my do-rag went out of the ring. I had to go put it on. Okay, this is the signature thing I have. So it's very valuable. Okay, it was over there. Snoop Dogg tried to take it, but I got.
Well, and I have heard that the do-rag is a signature part of your look now. So I received a message, promised I would ask it during the match. Is that something that when this is over, you'd like to be buried in, or would you rather be holding it, or
Buried on this belt? I'm going to get engraved right here on this belt. It's going to be like a tattoo. Then when Rick gets buried right next to me, it's going to be on his tombstone.
damn it? Speaking of Rick in the chat saying, jealous of what? Lamigra's newest lackey, and said to make sure you don't forget your sweet new duster.
Okay, Rick, I'm happy that you actually learned how to type correctly. I'm proud of you. You always want to think you're smarter than everybody. The new Chris Watson, Mr. El Huevo Bandito, okay? Just wait, Rick. Just wait. I cannot give all my tricks, okay? But stand by and be ready.
And I need you from time to time to look at your username. And Mr. Guerrero Bandito, I dig it, but sometimes with this whole lying and cheating and stealing, maybe you got one too many letters in there, because it seems like you're trying to go Guerrero with that, and you're not quite there yet. I understand wanting to be, but you're not quite there yet.
No. And Mr. Huevo Bandito, it's the nickname I rightfully earned of causing havoc in Mexico. Okay, it stands for the White Boy Bandits. Okay, this guy that they fucking hate me. The government hates me over there. Pfizer hates me. Johnson hates me. Biden hates me. Kamala Harris. I mean, they all hate me because I'm trying to finish that wall. Okay, that wall is going to be big and beautiful, and they're going to pay for it. I'm making sure that they're going to pay for it.
Well, I will say that I can't say anything negative about your work in Mexico. I mean, you're the one person I know that has their face plastered on the side of a building in Mexico. I mean, I got to give you that one.
Thank you. It's hard work, a lot of death threats, and a lot of bounties on my head, and almost getting stabbed and being wrongfully deported. But
I mean,
I'm glad that it's literally on the side of a wall. It's still on there too. And
yeah,
so
if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it say like wanted across the top of it?
Because they want me to be there.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
It's that kind of wanted. I got you.
And it has my fee across. It's $100,000 in American money. I don't take that toilet paper peso bullshit. Okay, it's American money. It says USD, 100,000.
100,000 USD.
Yes.
That is the bounty on your head. I'm sure. I'm just
that's
completely sure of it.
That will get me there.
So getting back to the six-pack challenge here. So the way this is going to work out, if I understood it from Rick correctly, and Rick, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but we're going to start out with 3 people in the ring. So it's going to start out as a triple threat. And every time somebody's eliminated, like, whenever, Lilith throws you out, then the next person comes in.
False.
And each time somebody's eliminated, we get another person in until we're down to the last person standing.
And it's going to be me. Yeah. But, here's the thing about Rick. He likes to get that magic 8 ball because he cannot form a single thought in his head to be creative. And so he just shakes it up, and it's like a magic appears, and it says six-pack challenge to screw over Chris Watson. Because he cannot get me one-on-one. He just can't.
I mean, strong words there from the champ. Got to give it to that. You are the champ. I mean, in this six-pack challenge, though, let's go ahead and run through a scenario, a hypothetical, real quick.
Yeah.
So let's say your first, the first 3 people in there are yourself, Lilith Blood, and what if the to be announced person is Brian Rivera? You've got 3 people there in the ring, 2 of them coming after you full bore. And I mean, how do you as the champ prepare for something like that? Because you're not going to be able to do it with La Migra because they're not going to be there.
How do you know they're going to be there?
I'm just saying they're not in the match.
It's a 6-pack challenge, and I haven't heard anything about any type of ban from ringside, or they've been arrested, or if they show up, they get fined. I haven't heard nothing of that. So you never know. This is what I'll do. I'll kick Brian Rage in the balls where he deserves it.
I believe that.
Lilith Blood, I'm pretty sure it's going to be her time of the month, and so she's going to be, a little occupied. Yeah, I mean, that's just
They're gonna kill you, dude.
Give her time of the month, and so she's going to be not thinking correctly. So she's going to throw herself over because Lilith Blood is the prime example and reason why women deserve less in the wrestling business. And so then who's next? Justin, I've already beat him dead. Then who else? Who else is next? Who?
Oh, hold on, I've got to throw it out here. The views and opinions expressed in this show are not necessarily those of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. Yeah, I got to put the disclaimer out.
That's the reason you can't put Chris Watson on the chat, because Twitch will ban me. So it is what it is.
I'm talking a lot of trash, and I know that, and it's outside of what I normally do. But I am curious how you as a champ do prepare for something like this, a 6-person match where you've got let's say you and Justin Taylor are the first 2 in there. You, Justin, and Rob Boris. You pin Rob Boris. Now you've still got Justin to deal with, but now you've got either Marquise Jackson or Lilith or a mystery opponent that you don't even know who is yet coming to the ring, and it just keeps happening until we've gone through all 6 people. How do you prepare for a match like that?
I'm pretty sure they're watching all this. And I could give you a BS answer, or I could tell you the truth. It's going to be up to you. But to the guys that actually, wrestled me before, they know I'm unpredictable. You can't. I mean, there's no, you can't watch tape on me because I'm just too good. You can't, talk to anybody else. I'm just too good. So, I mean, I'm just unpredictable. I mean, there's no other way around it, bro. So this is how I'm going to tell everybody that's in the chat and watching this. Just watch your face. That's all I got to say. Watch your face.
Watch your face. Big words from the champ. A little bit of advice to everybody in this. Now, Marquise Jackson, Justin Taylor, they've got some history. Are you concerned that you're going to run into something like that where it's people who have worked together before, have that chemistry, and using that chemistry against you?
No, because it's last man standing, so I'll just let them fight it out.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
what about the other side of that?
Last man standing. I'll just wait it out. Yeah, thinker.
There you go. Okay, you use the brain. That's smart. But what about the other side of that? You get a couple of people that have worked together before and decide this would be the time to work together again.
Yeah, and there's also other people around, so I'll just, manipulate and just talk to them, be like, hey, you have to get through them in order to get to me. So, I'll be at the bar. Hold my Bud Light.
That fits the La Migra prototype there. Well, I will say this. I'm interested to see how this turns out. You are the Heck Yeah Radio iPay-per-view champion. Earned it fair and square, beating Gino Rivera. With this match, though,
hell of a match.
It's going to be. It's one of the matches I'm looking forward to most. I want to see how this works. I want to see I want to see it get brutal. I want to see you get your ass kicked. I'm not gonna lie. It's nothing personal. Well, I mean, maybe it's a little personal, but
Not personal, but I'm a tough boy. I'm tough.
yeah, I get that. I get that. I know you can take it. With this match, you get let's say it's like you say it is. You make it through this. What's next for Chris Watson? Like who do you want to defend that title against?
Nobody's earned it. I earned it.
Nobody's earned it.
Nobody's earned it. I mean, I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen nobody. Who earned it? Who earned the shot against me?
I mean,
I don't know. I have
Gino
no clue.
carried the belt for a long time. I'm just saying he may want that rematch.
Who? There must be an Al in here, but who? Who's gonna beat me? Who? So
Well,
yeah.
asking around, there's a whole lot of people that feel like your biggest concern in this match should be Lilith Blood. And that's not to take away from anybody else in the match because, as I said earlier, Justin Taylor, absolute fight every time he's in the ring. Rob Boris, crafty as hell. You have to watch him. He knows what he's doing. Marquise Jackson, he's fast, he's big, he's strong. And then your other opponent, we don't even know who it is. I mean,
I know you know who it is. You don't like me.
I've been
so.
trying to get Rick to tell me who it is, and he will not come off of it.
Classic little dick Rick. Classic. That's damn.
No, you said something earlier about Rick and the 8-ball, and I'm looking in the chat here, and Rick says Magic 8-ball, that obviously you've been crossing the border one too many times.
Dan, I'm trying to save this country. I'm building that wall.
Trying to say, man, they're gonna kill you. they're gonna hang you on the backside of Jake's.
Long as I fought for a cause, not like little dick Rick does.
No, and I don't know if anything like this is going to happen, but this is just from the business side of Guapo, just a little something for you. We do have Rick in the chat and in this talk about your nicknames for him and that he doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he's kind of the face that runs the place. So in saying that there's no stipulations or there's that could very easily happen. So how do you balance that with knowing that, like I said, Rick's right here in the chat listening?
Just one hair flip at a time. Just one hair flip at a time. That's how I'll handle Rick.
One hair flip at a time. I love it. So looking through the card here, you've got two members of your group, La Migra, going against Island Rage. That, of course, a long-standing rivalry. I mean,
Dead.
Brian Rage Rivera, Baby Samoa.
Dead.
See, I can't go there with you. I've watched Baby Samoa in the ring. I've watched Brian Rage Rivera in the ring. I've watched them give you guys all you can handle.
Nah. Dead.
It's going to be interesting to see. So,
you know what? Anybody in the chat, I want W's in the chat for them to agree with me. W's in the chat right now. People in the chat, go put W's all the way down. Chris Watson winning. W's.
See, you're going to say something like that, and they're going to sit there and put M's in the chat, turn that upside down, that Chris Watson going to lose the match. So,
nah.
You got to be careful with them letters, man.
Who put that L on there?
That's J-Rev. That's my boy Cameron.
Who? L's? More L's?
L's all the way through the chat.
Bunch of haters. I appreciate the haters, though, but L's. Wow. Wow.
I'm telling you, man, that when you made the change over to La Migra, you said you liked
move. It was a business move.
But it was bad business.
It's nothing personal. Nothing personal.
Oh, no.
Just a
No.
business move. I'm trying to win and make as much money as I can. Lemiga has value. I have value. They're lacking in something. I'm lacking in something. And we came together. That's a business deal. Okay,
It is.
don't turn Democrat on me, all right? Don't do it. That wants to
This
sue me
guy.
for civil fraud suit, like I am unvaluable. Come on now.
Oh, no. No, I'm not saying you're invaluable at all. I mean, your business acumen sucks, but you're not
So, like,
unvaluable at all.
Whoever is the Ls in the chat, I want them banned. Banned all of them. Twitch is notorious for that. Ban them all. Take the accounts away.
I don't think any of the listeners and watchers of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast have anything to worry about on that.
I am
Oh.
God here, not him. Who
The
wants
guy.
to type a whole paragraph?
The guy saying that he is God here when it comes to the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast. He decides who's kicked and who's not. I do need to look here in the chat, though. It shows breaking news. Draven Reeves is out of January 20th. Jeb Bingham will be allowed to either find a new tag team partner or go it alone against the Russell twins in the first round of the West Texas Tag Team Championship Tournament. I hate to hear that about Draven Reeves. Again, like we said with LC Mox, Draven, longtime friend of the show, brother. I hope you get well soon. I hope you've got whatever you've got going on. I hope you get that resolved, and we can't wait to see you back in the ring.
I'm pretty sure his trailer house got burnt down, but
This
just
guy.
saying. That's what I heard on the streets.
That's what you heard on. Yeah, you look real street. Do-rag. So, looking back
be
at this,
walking out of there, baby.
say what?
I'm gonna be Crip walking out of there with this title.
Rip walking out of Jake's with the title. I mean, I could see it. Honestly, I could, because you did say stealing was part of all of this. So either way this goes, I could see you leaving Jake's with the title.
It'll happen with the Crip walk in my do-rag.
Rip walking a do-rag. I don't know about you, man. I don't know about you. I do want to get your opinion on a couple of other things going on here. A couple other matches that are happening. Of course, we've got Misty Marks against Maserati. Champion to champion here. Talking about Misty Marks, our Square Circle Pro West Texas Women's Champion, going against an absolute legend in Maserati. How do you see that one playing out?
I think I drove a. I think I owned a Maserati one time.
I
think I
mean,
did.
they're good cars.
I had a Bugatti, a Lamborghini, and a Muzgatti.
Oh no, me too, dude. I play the games too. I play Forza. I had all of those things too.
Oh, okay.
I had them in GTA. My Bugatti in GTA. I get it. I was there too.
Clit, that was hilarious. Banned. Okay, so the women's the women's titles. Okay, since we had to go DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion up in this place for some reason. Okay, he wants those ad sales. Good job, BlackRock. Okay. So with this DEI match, that's what I'm going to call it for now on, DEI, girl boss match. My pick is on the champ.
Champion Misty Marks. Well, and
Yeah,
I said it
Misty
at the beginning of the show. I've been watching Misty since we've been involved with Squared Circle Pro, and just getting better every time she's in the ring. I mean, it's been awesome watching her fight through the ranks and get that title. So I as much as I'm talking stuff,
I am trolling your chat. No. Take
I
the
am,
keyboard away. Ban the chat. Ban all of them. L's in the chat. All of them. L's.
wow. I'm not sure that's what he said, Cameron. I'm not gonna say it's not a practice, but it's not what he said. But going back to Misty Marks, it has been awesome watching her go through the ranks, and I'm with you on that, in the fact that I see Misty Marks walking away with that title. I mean, talking about champions, you being a champion and all. Square Circle Pro champion Sam Stackhouse going against a mystery opponent. Now, you know a little bit about Sam Stackhouse. How do you see this playing out for him?
Well, I don't know you can stack shit that high, but that's damn Stackhouse.
Oh, man. I would love to be there when Sam hears this. Sam on the show a little later this week, as a matter of fact.
Sam Stackhouse.
Sam
Big boy.
Stackhouse.
Didn't Nolan Fellows paired up with him?
Yeah. Sam Stackhouse now a Nolan Phillips guy.
Okay, that's a good pair right there. It's a big boy and in feet, Mr. Foot model.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm not
He
gonna
needs-
try.
He needs one of those only feet websites to sell his take pictures of his feet and sell them off, so he can afford shoes.
Damn it. Now, are we talking about Sam? Or are we talking about Nolan here?
Nolan.
I'd be interested to know what Nolan thinks about that.
Onlyfeet.com/Nolan Phillips.
I'm going to see how many people actually go to that website. That's going to be good. That's going to be good numbers.
I'm just saying, Rick Elston. I heard some stuff that he's a foot guy. Heard some stuff.
So with Sam Stackhouse, his mystery opponent, I personally, as much as I don't like his association with Nolan Phillips has been on the show before and made it very clear, when he associates with somebody, they touch gold. It is what it is. Do you see Sam Stackhouse?
Me and Lamiga, we know that saying. We touch gold.
There you go. I mean, I can't say that that's wrong. Lamigra has, they've had their hands on the gold. They've had it, they've lost it, and maybe that's going to be the case again at Collision Course. Not going to say one way or the other. We'll just have to pay the $10 ticket, come in, check it out this Saturday night.
This Saturday night, baby. You'll see me at six-pack challenge against guys that don't have six-packs. And I'm going to come out of there, Crip walking out of that ring, do-rag on, and the title right here, baby. I might put a spinner on it. I don't know. I might get some.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. I could see, it is you, so we'd be expecting like a spinner hubcap, but Seraph saying leave your duster in the car, though. We wouldn't want to get blood on it.
Oh, my duster is hanging right there, and it's all good to go because, I had a last match Saturday against Man. Some odd reason he, needs to put another man there. So, it's all ready to go. Don't worry about my duster. It'll be there.
Well,
it'll say hi to you.
I almost feel like, looking at the chat, that maybe the chat is more behind your duster than they are you. It's just kind of something that looks like in the chat. I'm not 100%.
Leave your duster in the car. Your girl's in the car.
So we got Mikey asking in the chat, what's next after the six-pack challenge? What's next
for me?
For Chris Watson?
Sipping champagne on my yacht.
So GTA again. I got you. That's cool.
Whatever little dick Rick gets that magic 8-ball and shakes it up and out of frustration like he does all the time, and just whatever he thinks of. And I'm going to overcome it.
Fair enough. So we've got a question in the chat from Seraph asking, how does this six-packs challenge work exactly? So here's how it's going to work. There's 6 people. There's 6 people in the match. You've got Chris Watson, Rob Boris, Justin Taylor, Lilith Blood, Marquise Jackson, and one person to be announced at the show. 3 of those people will start the match. And as somebody gets pinned or submitted, then the next person will come in and take their place until we're down to 2 people, and the person who wins out of those 2 people will be your Heck Yeah Radio iPay-per-view champion. Rick saying in the chat, you do know that you're going to have to be in the same building as him, right?
I know. What, with who? Rick?
With Rick.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, you know, Rick's, I'm speechless. I'm pleading the fifth right now. I'll plead the fifth.
Pleading the fifth on being in there with Rick. You know, that might be the smartest idea you've had this entire podcast.
Well, just this one question though. That's it. I mean,
Just for the one question. Okay. So
I'm not like Michael Ferguson and just plead the fifth on everything.
Mikey in the chat saying to remember he's the guy that has your paycheck.
That's hateful, Mikey. That's hateful. That's still holding grudges, Mikey. Okay. I mean, we repaired your bear. Okay. We repaired your bear.
Oh, see there now. There's a story I haven't heard yet. Regale us with that story. What happened to the bear?
His bear got killed.
What'd you
Multiple
do to
times.
Fred?
I had nothing. I was there.
Oh, you was hands off. Okay, I get you. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. You have to get the rest from Mikey.
Mikey, I'm gonna call you later. I'm gonna have to hear this story. But I don't know. It's gonna be, you know, your 6-pack challenge aside, the card itself is gonna be awesome. With this new information, I am interested to see how the Russell twins and Jeb Bingham's gonna work out. Is he gonna find another partner? Is he gonna go it alone against the Russell twins? That's gonna be something to see.
Another mystery partner.
Well, an unplanned mystery partner because Draven's not going to be able to be there.
You know, it's a good idea. El Gringo Loco and Jeb.
El Gringo Loco and Jeb.
And Jeb gets hurt, and I slide in with my title, and we beat everybody up, and we take the tag titles. That's a great plan right there.
All right, Rick, you heard it. He's got a plan. For some reason, and I'm just keeping it, you know, since you're your street and everything, I'm just keeping it 100 with you. Why do I feel like, should that be the case, that Jeb's being hurt is going to have something to do with his teammate?
Is that aluminum foil on your head?
No, it's not.
Let me see.
What that is on my head is the new Not Your Average Mark baseball cap.
Yeah, good plug. But is that aluminum foil hat on your head? Are you one of those conspiracy theorists? You alien? You just get abducted by aliens? No. There ain't no conspiracies over here. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. Yeah, you have no idea what I'm talking about.
We fight fair and square. We fight fair and square.
And you don't lie and you don't cheat and you're at church every Sunday. Yeah, I get it. I mean,
we're more trustworthy than choir boys.
I'm not even going there with that one. I'm not. No.
And the priest's not there.
What's that?
And the priests are not there. It's just straight choir boys.
How we went from 6-pack challenge to choir boys and priest, I don't know. It only happens when Chris Watson is here. That's the only time things like this happen.
Hey, I'm willing to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
No, we're good. Seraph in the chat saying, so it would be Lamigra and the choir boys alone then.
No. We're saving. No, we're the choir boys. We're better than them.
You know what? I'm going to let you keep that one. I'm excited about this, man. As much trash as I'm talking to you because you kind of shit on our listeners a little bit. As much trash as I'm talking, I really am looking forward to the 6-pack challenge match. Whether you win it or not, it's going to be a hell of a match, however it turns out.
Yeah, it will. And it's going to be me walking out of that ring and with my do-rag on, Crip walking out with the title.
Rick in the chat saying Chris Watson is about as trustworthy as a January 6th courtroom defense attorney.
Wow, Rick. Hold on there. They let us in. We were walking around just fine. We were waving our little flags. We said hi and we said bye. But some odd reason, they're after us.
Yeah, see, I knew that was going to come.
I don't know. I was just there.
You were
I
just there.
wasn't
You
throw- I
hands
wasn't
off.
throwing anything. I wasn't breaking anything. I
It was
was
just-
waving my little American flag, hanging out with the QAnon shaman. You know the guy with the horns?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was hanging out with him, man. We were cooking hot dogs.
It was just you and your flag and the choir boys. Gotcha. That tracks.
Mhm.
But honestly, I am interested in this match. I do want to see the way it turns out. This whole card is looking great. It's going to be a good time Saturday night right here, Lubbock, Texas. Jake's back room. We'll ask this in the chat, Rick. Anything match wise you want to drop on us, or let us know when we might hear about the next matches coming up while we wait
Or
on
who the
Rick.
mystery partners are. There's a lot of them.
Well, see, that would kill the mystery. See that mystery thing.
There's a lot of mystery going on around there. It's seems like a conspiracy.
See, now you're now I gotta ask you, is your do-rag lined with aluminum foil or what? You going conspiracy theory on me now?
No, it's very silky, and its ideas are stuck in there.
There you go. See, I figured it was
It keeps the
keeping
fake
ideas
news
in,
out.
cutting circulation off. I mean,
It keeps all the CNN, MSNBC, and Rick Elsey's favorite news channels out of my head.
Rick saying that we've got 2 new women's matches to be announced on Wednesday. So make sure you're checking Squared Circle Pro's socials. Make sure you check our socials as soon as we've got the information. We'll be putting it out on our socials. So 2 more matches to be announced this Wednesday.
What is this, a Marvel movie? Like, how many females we're gonna have? What the fuck?
I'm just trying. You've got a female in the Migra.
This sounds like she's awesome, but it sounds like a casting for Star Wars. You gotta put a chick in it, make her gay and lame.
No, you know what, Rick? Just spitballing this out there. Put him in the ring with the women's division.
Yes, please do. I will.
Die.
So
That's
what?
what you will do.
I will show what equal rights beats equal lefts.
So you heard it, Rick. That's what we need. We need him in the ring with the women's division, and to quote the champ, dead. Chris Watson, dead.
Dead.
That's it. Dead.
I just can't believe Squared Circle Pro turned into a Disney movie. Like, I thought this was wrestling.
Oh, it is. It is definitely wrestling. And as you're talking about the women, keep in mind you do have to contend with one Lilith Blood, not just Lilith Blood, but an angry Lilith Blood.
It's that time of the month for her. I mean, what else is new? She's always angry.
She stays at, well, she's not always angry. See, around me, she's cool. We talk, we banter back and forth. It's when you're there or Lamigra's there. That's when she's angry.
She comes after us. We don't do anything. We just wrestle guys. It's like, why we want to wrestle girls? Like I said, this is not a Disney movie, Rick.
Rick in the chat saying the women's division GM Medusa might have something to say about your statements there, Watson.
What, the girl that put the title in the trash can? Yeah, I'm really gonna be afraid.
Now I want to know what Medusa's going to have to say about this because
like I mean, look, this thing's never been in the trash can. This thing has been mounted on my beautiful wall of all the other championships I've won and throughout my sports career.
Like both of them, right?
I mean, I got baseball, I got football, I got wrestling, I got streaming, I got roasting people, I got Donald Trump right there in the middle, shaking my hand, saying, "Good job being a good American and building that wall and making sure women get back and making sandwiches."
And that's just in his stack of Xbox games.
No.
Imagine if he got the real trophies.
No, I actually get laid. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I mean, yeah, I was going to say something about, Charlie 50 there, but we'll leave it alone. I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing how you hold up against 5 other people. I'm looking forward to this entire card. Remember that we do have 2 more women's matches being announced on Wednesday. At this point, we've got about 5 minutes left, and I like, for all of my guests, you included, to give the last 5 minutes here for you to speak to the crowd, speak to those watching, speak to those listening. What are your final thoughts, Chris Watson?
So I'm not just a guest. I am the guest. Okay. So let's get that right. I kind of own this. Your ratings, they skyrocket when I show up. So, but to Rick and Mike and to anybody in the chat, you guys are a bunch of elves. To all the haters, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love you gave me. I appreciate all the death threats and the false allegations and the try to hashtag me to me. Try to get these weird people with color hair, face piercings, and tattoos and pale skin to try to kill me. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that so much. I do not want you guys to leave, and I keep you guys hold dearly. And to Rick, that wants to turn Square Circle Pro into a Disney / Marvel / Star Wars movie that wants to do DEI, women empowerment. Woo! So there you go. Killing man one at a time.
You're going to keep doing that, and I'm going to have to do my entire, final thought as a disclaimer so that we don't get kicked off of Twitch.
Yeah, you got to put a trigger warning. Apparently now these days, it's 2024, trigger warnings.
No, as far as my final thoughts go, Chris, I wish you luck. It's going to be a brutal match. It's going to be insane. 6 people. It's going to be crazy. I do wish you the best of luck. I'm still kind of a mindset. I want to see Lil throw you around by your short and curlies, but
nope.
I do. I wish you the best of luck. To those who have not been to a West Texas Independent Wrestling match, this is your perfect opportunity. If you are anywhere near the Lubbock area, Saturday night, Jake's Backroom, it's $10 at the door. You cannot beat that. Make sure you show up, show out, and just be entertained by
me.
Everything that is Squared Circle Pro and Chris Watson.
Me. Yeah, just me.
Just Chris Watson. Okay. He's going to entertain you himself. He and a host of choir boys or La Migra, call them whichever you want to, are going to entertain you if you show up at Jake's Saturday night. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. Appreciate all the L's in there because, you earned them. Don't think you didn't. Got J-Rab asking where we get the merch at. We actually just got our merch, so we're working on getting it out. We have a Patreon now, so we're going to go merch through that.
It's right next to the dumpster outside where Selena's at.
So in your car. So our merch will be in his car. I mean, it's...
See, a Lamborghini is a 2-seater, okay? It's not enough for him.
It is. And once you get off GTA and get back in your jalopy, then we're back to 4 seats and everything works out. It's going to be okay. Everything's going to work out Saturday. I promise.
Yeah.
But I do want to say again, Chris, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for clearing a lot of this up. Thank you for giving us an idea of where you're at on this. We look forward to seeing you Saturday. To everybody in the chat, thank you for being here. Make sure you're checking out Squared Circle Pro's socials, our socials. Check out Chris Watson's socials. Information coming out. We will be back tomorrow with your Squared Circle Pro West Texas Women's Champion, Misty Marks. So until then, I'm Guapo, he's Chris Watson, and we're not your average marks. We'll catch you tomorrow night. Yeah.
Find my head right.